guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special guest, Chloe. She is, she's a plus size blogger and she is also one of my friends, and this is in collaboration with NHS Go. So NHS Go is a new app that's launched specifically for teenagers and young people, and it's basically to get advice with a few clicks on your mobile phone. And there's sections for bullying, which we're talking about today for Anti-Bullying Week. There's advice on sex and relationships, on periods, there's advice on depression and anxiety and things like that. I am all for helping young people and people like you watching my videos. I think it's a really good way to go to get young people engaged in getting help for certain subjects and being able to talk about what they're going through. Today I've got Chloe with me and she's going to be telling you guys about her story with bullying and cyberbullying as well, and I'm very honoured to have her on my channel today to share her story with you, and that's it. So who are you first of all?
I'm Chloe, I'm Scottish, you might be able to tell. I'm 26, I feel like I'm at an interview. I'm 26, yeah, I blog full time, I'm a plus size blogger. So it mainly started when I was about 13, and girls can be quite bitchy and kind of snappy with each other, and it all originated from the fact that I was bigger than the other girls in my year at school. And
so you look different.
I looked different, and I wasn't as conscious of it until they started telling me that I was different. And then it gave me a kind of complex about myself, and then it was kind of all I could focus on and think about. And from that it stemmed from girls to boys, and the boys would pick on me, and it wasn't just in school, it wasn't just physically and mentally in school, it was online as well.
What were the type of things that they would say, like what words?
You're fat pig, ugly, bitch, like any word that they could kind of use to get at me or hurt me, they would use. And it was through emails as well. Back in the day it was MSN that they used to use, and used to make up kind of fake accounts and message me through there, and I kind of felt like,
oh my god, MSN days.
Yeah, back in the MSN days, like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting at home feeling like, what can I do about this? Because, and I wish I'd had this app back in the day, because I didn't want to tell anyone because I found it quite embarrassing, because they were bullying me mainly for my weight.
And it's shame.
Yeah.
It's the whole shame thing. It's like you've been made to feel ashamed of the way you look, and then that hinders people talking about it.
That's exactly it.
You get anxiety when thinking about telling someone, because you think, well, what if they think I'm fat or I'm ugly?
That was exactly it. And it wasn't as if I could tell my friends, because they were all a lot smaller than me. They probably wouldn't understand. So I kind of kept it to myself, and it got to the point where I didn't want to go to school. I was staying home purposely, and it got to the point where my mum was like, why do you not want to go to school? And it was so bad at one point with the emails and the messages. I got threats that they were gonna kick off at me in certain classes, that we had to get the police involved. It was just constant.
And it's all because you looked different. That is all the catalyst.
There was nothing else. I was a kind of good student. I always went to class. I always did what I was supposed to do, until this all happened, and it even affected my education because I didn't want to go to school anymore.
Yeah.
And it was literally because I was bigger than the other girls in my year, and there was a couple of us that were a bit bigger, but they decided on me.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't stop, and it is relentless. And when you're that age, school is your life, because you go there every single day for most of the day, and it was all I could think about, and it was just constant, and you start to believe what they tell you about yourself.
And then it gets worse. When I was called fat and ugly when I was younger, I genuinely thought I was fat and ugly. And when I look at pictures of me now, I didn't have a weight problem in any way, shape or form, and I wasn't ugly. But when people constantly tell you something, you start to believe it, and then that's when the issues get worse throughout the rest of your life.
That was it, and I did believe them, and I know that I was chubbier than the other girls, but I was a lot smaller than I am now, and I still got it. And it was right up until I left school. Some of them kind of filtered out through the years, but there was one boy right up until the day I left school.
If you're watching.
Yeah, if you're watching. I hope you're watching. He was so mean, and he'd just say things to me in the hall, and if I changed my hair, he'd even notice that and be like, your hair looks stupid, and you're a stupid fat ugly bitch.
Boys
like,
never notice a hair change.
I know.
Maybe he had a weird crush on you or something.
Well,
because that's a bit obsessive.
It was weird. But the thing is though, he wouldn't say it by himself. He'd only say it in a group, and that's what a lot of bullies do. They like to say it in groups. And what I would say though, that there's something that's so important is, I know it's probably oversaid and people always say this, and teachers and whatever, but the first thing you can do to stop it is actually tell someone, and seek help, because I think that's why this app's such a good thing, because that's the kind of first step in realising that it's not you that has the problems with, it's someone else, it's the bully that's the problem. It's
finding the courage, because I feel like just telling someone outright about anything in your life is hard enough as it is. So you left school when you were 16?
I left school when I was 17 and went straight to uni.
And did anything happen at uni in terms of still having people pick on you, or?
At uni, it was a lot better, but I remember this one thing, I don't know if this is relevant. I remember the day I went to uni to have a look around. You know how you have like an open day and you go and look around? And I was with my mum, and we were walking down the main street in Aberdeen, and someone shouted, "You fat bitch," at me.
Out of nowhere?
A complete random, and my mum was like, and I mean, people are so horrible, and in the middle of the day with my mum, and someone still felt the need to point out my weight for no reason, and those comments stuck with me.
Well, they do, because you're talking about it now.
They've always stuck with me, and you remember most of them, I'd say, and these little ones stand out to you. But through uni, I think it got a bit better, my confidence grew, and obviously I'm a much more confident person now than I was back then, and I wish I knew back then that I'd get to this place now.
Do you feel like bullying made you stronger?
Yeah, because some comments now, like obviously I get comments on Instagram, still these fat comments, which is fine. I know I'm fat, that's cool. But they're said in a kind of malicious way, and it's kind of different when things are said in a malicious way.
Because you're fat and fabulous, right?
Exactly.
So fabulous. But when people use the negative annotations towards that with the word fat, it means a whole different meaning, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what gets to me, still gets to me now. Whereas these comments usually tend to bounce off, but I think it actually hurts more when it comes from another woman. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
It hurts more.
Because they know the struggle, man.
Exactly.
They should know the struggle.
They should.
And they're feeding into society, and it makes them look bad though.
Yeah.
More than anyone else, they're the ones that clearly have an issue.
It's quite painful when you see a woman have an issue with another woman's body, because I'd always advocate for all women.
There's no wrong way to be a woman.
Exactly. So why is one woman saying something about another? We get it from men a lot, but from women, I just don't think it should happen.
Yeah.
Confidence is something that's built, and it can only be built from within you. A lot of people ask, how do you get your confidence? And it's so hard to answer, because it just has to happen. And it sounds kind of a bit cliche and like all that, but it does just...
You get to a point, I think, where you cannot be bothered to hate yourself anymore.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Every person I've spoken to, you have a light bulb moment, and literally one day, it's like one day you wake up and you think, do you know what? I cannot do this anymore.
Not doing it.
And then from that moment on,
you're like...
It changes, and literally, I honestly thought that would be a progressive thing. But it's not. You just literally have a light bulb moment, but you have to work on getting there.
That's it.
And you have to question when people tell you that you're not good enough, or that you're too fat, or you're too this, or you're not enough of that. And you have to question your mind. Like I tell people, like, be kinder to yourself, because your thoughts become things, they become your reality. Like, you create your world around you.
Question what people are saying to you and why they're saying that, because usually it's something from within them, and some kind of issue that they might have with themselves, and it's not per se you that's the issue. It's something that they're potentially like reflecting back on you. So I'd say to anyone who's going through it that you will get through it. It does end.
You have to talk about it, and you need to let someone else know what you're going through and how you're feeling, because you don't want to suffer in silence and have to deal with all that anxiety, because from bullying can come other issues. And you can get eating disorders, you can get depression, anxiety. Did you go through any of that? Did bullying create something else for you?
Well, I didn't want to go to school, so I didn't want to leave the house, and I was petrified of some days going into school because they'd sent these threats and said that this was going to happen outside this class and this and that, and it made me not want to go to school. It made me not really want to socialise, and it was only after a few weeks that my mum kind of realised and thought there's an issue here. It definitely gave me body issues, and for a while I definitely tried to restrict what I was eating even as a young person. I think some of these things probably even my mum wouldn't know, but I used to like skip meals a lot and try, but then it would all then the fat comments would come back, and so I'd eat again, because
what's the point?
Exactly.
What's the point in trying to lose weight? Because no matter what size I am, they're probably still going to call me fat anyway.
It was constant, and no matter what happened, no matter if I lost a little bit of weight or gained a little bit of weight, the comments would still come. I think a lot of girls feel the pressure at school and at uni, and even like outside of that, feel the pressure to conform and look like everyone else, and you don't have to look like everyone else. You just do your own thing. Like, and I know it's easy for me to say because I'm not in that situation anymore, that kind of horrible bullying kind of environment, but from someone who's come out of it and had a pretty awful few years with it, you do come out and think, wow, I survived it, like, and I'm all right.
So you're now a fantastic plus size blogger.
Thank you.
How have you changed your life? Like, how have you've come from such a negative environment where you obviously didn't like yourself, and now you are at this place where you're on my channel now, talking about
I've made it.
talking about all this stuff, and you take pictures of yourself and you post them on the internet for the world to see.
In the beginning, I was petrified. First, like, bikini shot or underwear shot I did, I was like,
oh my god, I'm doing this, I'm really doing this.
I was sweating because I was like, oh god, like, what are the comments going to be? And most of them were amazing, and that's what built up my confidence, is hearing other women's stories as well. And when you get another woman say to you, I find it really emotional when, you know, when you get those comments and someone says like, you really helped me to think that I can wear this and I didn't think I could wear that, and you think, that's why I do it. That's why I started blogging, was
because you were that girl. You were that person
girl
who couldn't wear that because you were too fat. But even now, people still get crap on the internet.
Constant.
Like, still get cyber abuse, anonymous comments from people behind a computer screen. And I think even though this video is about bullying, I feel like you can take parts away from it for your life, because
definitely,
no matter who you are and what you look like, you could be Beyonce and people would still have something to say about you.
People still have something to say about her, and I don't see what can
you can't come for Beyonce, babes. Like, you actually cannot.
Who could?
It's like, crazy.
Some people just like to put others down, and when you get those kind of comments, if it's online or if it's in real life, just think about that person, and they must be going through something to have to feel the need to say that. Does that make sense? Like, because why would you say those kind of comments to someone?
Yeah, if you are happy within yourself and you're mentally, you know, at a good capacity, and your well-being is there and you're looking after yourself and you're okay, there's absolutely no part of you that thinks that writing a comment or saying something about somebody else is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how I look at it now, is that if someone sends me a really negative comment, I know that you're not okay, because I know that when I've been very, very unhappy and depressed and sad, I have spewed my self-hate on other people. So I know That's what it is. Thank you so much for coming on my
No,
channel
that's okay. It was
and
fun.
telling everyone about your story. I will link Chloe's Instagram and your blog and stuff down below. She does amazing outfits and body positive stuff that always inspires me, so I hope it inspires you guys. I would also like if you could download the NHS Go app. It's a amazing app to kind of just have at your fingertips, just to check it if you have any concerns around bullying, anxiety, depression.
So much content on there.
So much, yeah, but also like other stuff as well, so periods and sex and a whole heap of stuff. I'll link it down below, and that is all I've got to say. Basically,
Thanks
come
for having
back
me.
on one day.
Of course I'll come back.
And also, I feel like Chloe should make a channel. So.
Oh.
She's a full-time blogger. You've got time.
I've got
You've got the time.
I've got the time.
Wicked. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.